The dragon flew off and briefly rested at the gate.
Where are the guards? Are they too terrified to face their fate?
As the evil dragon made no attempts to move or hide, the princess and her entourage quickly arrived. The princess' loyal knight was the first to spot the creature, for he always rode far ahead.
How dare the dragon be insolent as such? I pledge before the king to not let the princess come to harm. Mayhap our tactician can succeed with his wits and charm. Legends have it that he's the ultimate survivor. If he can ward against dangers with fastidious care, we need not recklessly suffer. Without a plan, we should not pull the trigger.
The loyal servant passed the message in a voice barely higher than a whisper. While the evil dragon rests, we will draw up a plan. Upon those words, she approached carefully, so the dragon would ignore her steps.
The tactician is correct. We require a plan before we fight. The tactician is correct. We require a plan before we fight. Thanks to my servant's far-sighted work, we have seized the initiative.
Oh, Your Highness honors me. I was simply doing my duty.
Placing the saddle on the right horse is the way of the world. Take your praise with pride. The tactician has fallen behind. Why does he falter? Did he get entangled in a struggle?
He promised to quell all draconic cataclysms. Perhaps he is torn between myriad schemes.
Through all faith and cynicism, the cautious tactician remained silent, his face one of dismay and gloom.
Oh, tactician, the dragon beckons. Please enlighten us about the stratagem.
Stratagem? No stratagem can be perfected so quickly for a situation this grave. More time is vital.
This merciful enlightened one shall grant thee all the time in the world. Only at dusk will I call the dust to settle.
Hark! The evil dragon speaks! It was simply feigning sleep to lure us into peril.
Attendant B shook where he stood, stopping just short from falling to his knees. He muttered and apologized, then ran away to the gate without hesitation.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
The princess and her loyal servant rushed off to find him, while the dragon broke into laughter.
If the king had chosen to appease me, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy such a scene.
Leaving behind her tactician-seeking servant, the princess returned alone to keep the dragon under guard.
The tactician's trail fades, but the guard should carry his weight.
If a mirage belies the tactician's wisdom, what may I call on to keep my kingdom safe? The element of surprise fades. The dragon now lies calmly in wait. The tactician has lost his nerve, yet my servant followed in pursuit. Shockingly, open city gates greet me where guards should have stood.
An old guard arrived. Though he was quite visibly drunk, his footsteps were surprisingly steady.
If you ask me, this time of peace is truly fantastic. What with food and wine and beauties. The aristocrats have never known our hardships. The searing sun and the chilling wind. Dragons, tacticians, what a boatload of nonsense. My eyes are dim now, my ears ring. Why did they send me out to the front lines to take on a dragon?
Though the young guard learned much from his senior, he hasn't forgotten his wish to defend the kingdom.
The tactician's trail fades, but the guard should carry his weight.
For the princess, I must fight! With everyone gone, I am the last line of defense! I must save the kingdom from... Oh, my belly. Could it be? No, not right now.
Did he just run off? Must have been the food. The show must go on. Should I find someone to take his place?
What? Why did the guard run away? The show hasn't finished yet. The narrator said they'll have to find a replacement. Shall we go look for one? Ah! There's a real guard over there! Let's go and ask him! Excuse me, did you see an actor running away?
Of course! How ridiculous. How could he waste such a great opportunity? If only it was me. I've always wanted to perform in a show, but I never got the chance.
Wait, isn't this just perfect?
Well, I've seen them rehearse, but I'm still not a real actor.
But you are a real guard? The other guy suddenly disappeared just as he got to, I am the last line of defense! We can't let that stand! As a guard, isn't it also your duty to protect the audience's wish to enjoy the play?
That's true, but...
It's always been your dream to perform on a stage! People are waiting! There's no time to hesitate! Let's bring him over!
My line should be... Look here, dragon!
Very well, very well. Let this enlightened one see if you have any battle prowess to back up that shout.
The loyal servant finally returned just as the terrible fight was about to break out.
The tactician's trail fades, but the guard should carry his weight. No, I should have led him into battle. I was still way too late.
The late arrival let out a resigned sigh, even as the dragon raised the stakes. Though the young guard fought with valor, the cunning dragon still snapped up the prize in one take.
If I had worked harder during training, I wouldn't feel so helpless today.
Though my appetite remains healthy, you did well to quench my cravings. The portions were modest, yet the taste remained rather satisfying. If the appetizers had already entertained me so, surely the main dish would cast a spell.
Thus, again satisfied, the proud dragon licked its mouth and leisurely flew off.
Yes. Very nice.
Outside of the city gates, there lies a blessed stretch of prairie by the lake, with lush vegetation and a gentle, pleasant breeze. Seeking some time to rest, the wicked dragon landed with ease.
A lake across and so far away, the castle as if a bird in a cage. Have the humans finished preparing my meal, or do they yet believe they can defy their fate? The sun is high and the land scorching. In the interest of comfort, I will seek a more accommodating base. For one promised moment of unrivaled taste, I have traveled for hundreds of miles and hungered over dozens of days. The humans better not exhaust my patience, for even I have never had unlimited grace.
Having spoken thus, the dragon sought relief in the shade. Yet forthwith, from the other direction, a merchant came.
What rotten luck to get scammed before even concluding a single sale. I am a merchant who has traveled a very long way. Is this how this kingdom deals with trades? Throughout my entire career, I've never encountered a customer as loud or strange as this man today. To him, everything I have for sale is either a manipulative scheme for money or undeserving trifles of heinous quality. To think I even mistook him for some kind of connoisseur, when at the end of it all, he only made a fool of me. He never cared to close a sale. He just saw me as a challenge and refused to be defeated.
As the merchant stewed over his anger, yet another irritated soul came onto the scene.
Darn it! Why is this guy getting in my way? My quest is to track the dragon. I don't have time to waste. Darn it! Why is this guy getting in my way? My quest is to track the dragon. I don't have time to waste. As an adventurer, defeating evil is my calling. Just the thought of him makes me enraged. All I said was that I've never heard of him, and he's treating that like the biggest mistake. Insulting me, claiming I want to steal his glory, and suggesting my quest is just a ploy.
Evil dragon, show yourself! Resistance is futile!
That's him!
Oh, that must be him!
All yours, should you have any use for them.
Humans are truly a rude and rowdy lot. To think they can cause such a ruckus without even showing their faces.
The man in pursuit is the kingdom's famed fighter. Though the sun continues to blaze, he continues spiritedly with his chase.
It would seem that my boundless fame has caused even the evil dragon to lose its nerve.
As an enlightened dragon, one cannot tolerate such deranged words.
Aha! Evil dragon! I didn't believe you would actually come out and face me!
The puny human talks big and employs an aggressive tone, yet does the substance of his dream back up his claim? Oh.
Oh, and the beast is silent! Is my dream so grand that even a dragon finds it difficult to consume?
As the noble warrior faced off against the evil dragon, the anxious princess and her entourage arrived at last. The nameless servant kept his eyes on the field. The warrior's words have ignited a fire within his heart.
I admire his fearless figure. It would be a dream to also one day prove my character.
Evil dragon, why do you not speak? Have you finally realized you should cower in fear?
I care not for those who are lesser. Your dream is massive, yet hollow in nature. For now, this enlightened dragon still cannot decide if it's fit to eat.
Oh, how vile of you to humiliate me, just because I'm an enemy! I regarded you as a worthy opponent, yet you use such insidious tactics! I, the world-famous fighter, will never fall before your degradation and trickery! You disgust me!
The fighter's animated speech kindled a burning flame within even the oft dispassionate heart of the royal lady.
I am long tired of my peaceful boudoir. I wish to fight alongside my soldiers.
Though one sees little reason to teach a lesson, perhaps no choice is left in the matter. Too many appetizers before the dish ruins the mood, but just for today, I can entertain an early platter.
To everyone's shock, the evil dragon then swallowed the fighter's dream in one big gulp.
It is just as I thought. Thin and crunchy, though empty under its shell. A most marvelous texture.
The warrior was handily defeated. So he was a gifted orator, but never a true fighter.
Conceit became his downfall. His power did not match his stature.
The dragon remained unsatiated. Under everyone's gaze, it flew away to parts unfamiliar.
Oh, so you collect these?
Still vowing to defeat the dragon, the princess followed the trail. The servant continued at his pace, shouldering all burdens without fail. Though the slayer scorned the servant, the loyal man paid it no mind.
If I bore his tools and freed his mind, perhaps a victory he shall find. He bears the sword of destiny, the blade of the chosen one. He will raise it before the dragon, and victory will follow in time.
As if hearing his thoughts, the dragon descended upon a village.
Let me see, let me find... Is my golden dream right at hand?
Oh, dragon, no one would laugh at you if you were to flee in fear.
The human realizes not how comical he and his words appear.
Wise and merciful as I am, I will refrain from taking the bait. However, I pray you will live to regret what you say.
For a dull human, you sure have a sharp tongue. Let's see it then, if among heroes you truly belong.
The princess has also finally caught up with her attendants.
It should be my duty to banish the dragon.
Your Highness, your permission to charge? With my blade and extensive experience, I will take this dragon apart.
Permission granted. Be on your guard.
I once slew a poisonous dragon and took this most precious reward. This cloak lets me evade any type of regard. I will bide my time and find the moment to strike the heart.
Ah, and here I thought you were privy to some special art. Did you plan to flee all along and have only been waiting for a chance to depart?
If the Slayer put on his cloak and walked into the crowd, who would be able to tell him apart?
Dragon, how dare you slander my name? Despite my patience and mercy, you have shown no shame. Bitter regret will be yours after I take aim.
By all means, please, go on. This enlightened one cannot wait to play your game.
Let's take it over there.
Silently acknowledging the request, the dragon twisted its features into a benevolent smile.
Yes. Very nice.
In a flash, the dragon landed at the promised place. The princess and her loyal servant immediately followed apace. But the Slayer remained rooted in place, as he somehow lost his faith.
Evil dragon, you'll see what I'm made of. I've climbed mountains, crossed lakes, traversed dungeons, and defeated your kin. To finally obtain this sword, the Blade of Fate. Leave now, otherwise this razor-sharp blade will cut you into pieces.
What must be a shining myth to you is but trivial babble to me. I will settle and not even move 2 feet. Attack as you please.
Simple villagers gathered to witness the scene. Many were fascinated by the blade's myth. A farmer came forward to try out the blade, but others wondered if hands that had only held a pitchfork could even grasp the hilt.
I consider myself a fit man. A match for knights from the palace. I thought I was strong enough, but I couldn't even shake it.
The farmer used all his strength, but the sword remained in place. As for the princess and her servant, they also declined to try their faith. The dragon observed intently, but its patience finally wore away.
Alas, I've grown tired of words and charades. When will a puny human finally save the day? Take the blade and strike me down, if you mean what you say.
A mighty dragon slayer shan't do your bidding.
On my retainers' faces when I...
A dragon slayer? You are but a charlatan. Drop your pretense and ask the child. Even he can see through you.
Could the dragon's words be true? And there is no true dream under those layers of armor.
A dragon, bigger than those from the rhymes, but I won't be scared. That shiny armor, why does it click? His mouth is open, why does he not speak?
Though I'm not hungry, this snack's been delivered straight to my door.
The dragon's huge mouth instantly swallowed the Slayer's dream.
It's just as I expected. Long rotten dreams make for terrible food. This bad apple taste. What a disgrace.
The Slayer was also defeated.
So the tales of past battles did not hold up.
The dragon again departed the scene, leaving only the bewildered Slayer in his wake.
Oh, so you collect these?